come book shopping with me. This is my first time ever at a Second and Charles bookstore before, so I had a really good time looking around. And of course, right when I walked in, they were mocking me with the Sunrise on the Reaping thing. I haven't read it, and I haven't read the other Hunger Games books either, so I have a major FOMO over it. And then right when I walked in, I was honestly surprised by the amount of books that they had. They had all of these tables set up right at the beginning too, of like just more popular books. They also had this sprayed edge table, which I was so shocked to see. I didn't know they had like these kind of books here. I've never been here before, like I said, but I was shocked. But these are really cool. And then I also saw Quicksilver. They had a lot of popular books. I will say they only had like a certain amount of books like in the shelves, but in these front tables they had a lot of each book, so that was interesting. I also saw The Housemaid is Watching, which I want to read eventually. I read The Housemaid recently. Then they also had this other book talk section with all these books as well, which I thought was interesting. When I started walking through the bookshelves, I honestly kind of got overwhelmed by all the books. They had so many books, like shelves and shelves of books, and it was a little bit overwhelming, but I thought this part right here where like these fantasy books were so cool. And they also had like other bookish things next to them, which I just thought was so cute. They also had blind dates with a book, which I wasn't expecting either. And then just look, this is like what it looks like. There's so many shelves. It was also a Saturday, so there were so many people here, and I was kind of getting overwhelmed. You can see me like trying to walk into an aisle and then stopping. But honestly, this bookstore is really cool, and I found this whole other fiction section in the back of this one, which I didn't even know they had more books. So I looked at the new and now section, and I saw Kristen Hanna, which I've been trying to get into writing. I'm currently reading Firefly Lane and loving it, so definitely want to read more of her books. And I saw that they had The Nightingale, which is like my next book that I want to read by her, so I did end up picking this one up. That way whenever the mood strikes, I have it and can start this book. I've heard so many good things. Then I saw the classic section, and I absolutely fell in love with these edition of classics. I actually already own 2 of them from my soon-to-be mother-in-law. She got me them for Christmas, and ever since then I've been hunting for matching ones. And so I saw the Little Women one, which I was obsessed with, and I rated this book 5 stars this year, and I just think they're so beautiful. I definitely want to come back and like collect all of them eventually, but I only ended up picking up Little Women since I've already read it, and I have 2 other ones that I haven't read. They also had a few of these bundles that came with the book and a matching journal, which I thought was cute as well. And I think this could be a great gift idea for any reader. And then lastly, I went down one last aisle, this fiction aisle, and I'm telling you, there's so many books here. I definitely want to come back on a day that's not busy and I can really like take my time and look through all of the books, because I have a lot of good authors and books that I want to just sit through hours and look through all the shelves. But I ended up walking out with The Nightingale and this edition of Little Women, and I absolutely loved this bookstore, and I'll definitely be back.